Okay, so I'm going to continue here. It was cut off or something like that, and there were some people talking in the hallway. So, anyway, so as I was saying, so I was going to sum up what I did yesterday and what I added to that today. So this is going to be a continuation of the video. So as I was saying, so I took the objectives in the verbal response question sheet that I created based on the research-based strategies that for third through fifth grade approximately you're supposed to know in the Texas area. And so I adjusted that based on the curriculum that I've written and all that, everything. And so I created like this activity for the students who are just three left off. So this is real quick. And so I took the objectives that they're supposed to know, and then I put it in like this little folder. You name, several of the objectives. You can see these are very, very, very pertinent for students to master. And so I took, I just did the objective on how that's important for the master in order to pass the STAR. I'm just trying to figure out how to give the students the repetitious practice that they need to be able to master those objectives. So that's why I thought it would be a good idea to lay all these questions that they need to master at that level out on like a table similar to this if you're doing it in your classroom. And so I was thinking that I did just a moment ago, I just got off. I'm just beating myself again, but that's okay. It's good practice for me. So I was saying that, we study your research, effective strategies. And one of the things that I did study was Howard Gardner. He was very prominent. And he talked about how you have to, address the diversified needs of students with multiple intelligence and stuff like that. So that's why I thought something similar to this, in addition to the raps and the repetition and the songs and the games, and auditory needs and visual needs and, kinesthetic, all those needs that he's talking about, the multiple intelligence are your students. So as I was saying that, I was thinking about like putting all the objectives that they need to master anyway for the STAR, and then have the kids all stand around in like a little, all of them. And, there you go, auditory needs, visual moving around, everything like that, practice, repetition, all those are research-based strategies that are very effective. And they have them go around the little circle, and then to pause the music, and then as soon as they start, everybody point to the first one that's near them, explain the characteristic structure of informative text. And then one student, and I would say you, think about it for a moment, think time, effective strategy. Think about it for a moment and then answer that question when you're ready. And then I would just pick students, sporadically, just pick this one, just try and then give them practice. And then after they do that, again, this is not, you don't have to do this all in one day. You can spread it out however you want to do it, and I said before, like I wouldn't start off the beginning of the year doing this because they'll be overwhelmed. You want to give them time to be able to master once you introduce it to them and using however you decide you want to do it. But repetition is very important. And so then I was thinking that they can divide them up into like groups if you want to, however you want to time it or whatever. And then maybe you could just have work with a partner, and then they have practice, of those same required objectives they need to know. And so definition of antidote, author's use of language contributes to voice, was one strategy you can use to identify, restate summary in text, logical in order, give example of digital text. So like I said, I got from Leaf Ford, website, and the STAR test, I said before I do that real quick, we saw it, just a review, it was the 2022 release STAR test for fourth grade. That's the one I chose, and I actually studied the questions specifically, how they worded. In addition to this resource that I just did, which I got is the teacher learning report. Right, a really great resource, and I think that you can actually, so I think that's the one that you can actually sit down with the students and ask them, self-monitor comprehension strategy, ask them, do they know this at the beginning of the year and the end of the year? I think it's something similar to that. That's how I would use it. And these are strategies that they need to know. You let the parents know, we do open house, this is what they need to master. Do they know this at the beginning of the year? Do mid-year checks, how you want to do it, so anyway, so then they would work with a partner on that. So I would give them thinking time, give them time to think about, pick one question because you want them to feel successful. You don't want to overwhelm. That's what I said. I wouldn't start off this year, but right now, because they're getting ready for STAR, I would start. They should know all these. Getting ready for STAR, they should know them. If they haven't learned them, that's, they should have these mastered by, you should start mastering them by the end of the year. So I would give them time to pick one that they feel confident in answering, and then I would have to give them thinking time, and then have to work with their partner, ask that partner that question, and then they can discuss each other's answer, and then vice versa, do that with each other. So that would be fun. And then last thing I thought, the poster board wall, and I don't have room in here, so take like 6 of the questions, and then blow them up, because that's originally what gave me the idea, the poster board idea. That's why it's called the poster board questions. So blow them up, pick them on poster board, and then give every student a sticky note. Give every student a pack of sticky notes, and then have them make them big enough so they can see them, or you can have the packet in front of them, how you want to do it. But the 6, only just pick them overwhelm, like do 5 or 3. Start, if they're lower, do 3 first, then 4, then, so I would do the most 6, 5 or 6 at the most. So you put them all up there on the board, blow them up, and then I would have the kids write down the answers to the ones that they know, right? So you only give them 5 or 6, whatever ones they know, think about it, give them time, give them plenty of time to think about it and everything like that, because it's a lot of information. But if you do it right, and you repeat it throughout the year, and they're some of them will be a little lower, but they'll get it if you do it right. if you do it right. So and then so you have them write it down, and then as they write it, just have them come up and put it on the board, put their name on the back or at the bottom or something at the back probably. And then after everybody finishes, that gives you a quick informal assessment. How many students know this one, which one are their stronger in, which one are their weakest in, and then you can give them incentives. Say, if you get 5 right, then you get a prize, and then everybody got 6 right gets even a bigger prize. Make it fun and everything like that. So that's something that I just thought. So I'm just doing these to add up to my ideas for documentation purposes as I start thinking about these ideas. I just thought about that today, so I'm excited about that. And so, thank you.